Hey guys, so for the last 2 days we worked on multiplying fractions. Today we're going to work on dividing fractions. And there's just one rule that you need to remember, which is keep, change, flip. So my first step when I see dividing fractions is to rewrite my problem as a multiplication problem. And what that means is that I'm going to keep this fraction the same, I'm going to change my sign, and then I'm going to flip the last fraction. So let me show you what I mean. Keep means I'm going to keep 3/4 the same. Change means I'm going to change that division sign to a multiplication sign, which is its opposite. And then I'm going to flip the last fraction. So 1/3 becomes 3/1. Now all I have to do is multiply straight across. 3 times 3 is 9, and then 4 times 1 is 4. Let's quick review how to turn 9/4 into a mixed number. The first thing I'm going to ask myself is how many times can I count by 4s to get to 9? Another way to say that is how many times does 4 go into 9? And the answer there is 2. I know that I can count by 2's 4 times to get to 9 because 4 times 2 equals 8. Now, what do I do with that last remainder? That remainder of 1, the remainder of 1 becomes my numerator, and then my denominator stays the same. So 2 and 1/4 is the same as 9/4. That was a lot. Let's do another one. Let's say I had 6/7 divided by 1/2. I know that my first thing I have to do is rewrite my problem in multiplication using keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep my 6/7. I'm going to change my division sign to a multiplication sign. And then I'm going to flip my last fraction. See how it's 1/2 right now? I'm going to flip it to 2/1. And then all I have to do is remember top times top, bottom times bottom, and multiply straight across. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 1 is 7. And again, I'm left with an improper fraction. You can leave it like this, or you can change it to a mixed number. To change it to a mixed number, I'm going to ask myself, how many times does 7 go into 12? Well, let me count. 7, 14, 7 can only go into 12 one time. So then I think to myself, what am I left with? If I've taken 7 out of 12, I'm left with 5, which means 5 becomes my numerator, and then my denominator stays the same with just 7. So 1 and 5/7 is the same as 12/7. Let's do another one. All right, let's say I had 2/5 divided by 7/8. Well, my process stays the same. I know the first thing I have to do is go ahead and turn this into a multiplication problem using keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep 2/5, write it below. I'm going to change my division sign to a multiplication sign, and I'm going to flip this last fraction. So 7/8 becomes 8/7. So now all I have to do is do top times top, bottom times bottom. 2 times 8 is going to leave me with 16. 5 times 7 is 35. This is not an improper fraction. So now all I have to ask myself is there any number I can count by to get to both 16 and 35? Well, I see that 16 is an even number and 35 is an odd number. So I know I can't count by 2's to get to both of them. I also cannot count by 3's to get to 16 and 35. So this is actually already in simplified form. Again, if you can't count by 2's or 3's, there's a good chance that your fraction is already in simplified form. Your turn to practice, guys.